Good morning, good morning. Oh, welcome to the Keto Mom page. I am making my ketones for the morning and I almost squirted it out of the package. Okay, good morning. We have a busy weekend. We're going to dive into the book in just a second, but we do have a busy weekend. We have people traveling to our home. We're doing a virtual event, so people from all over the world are joining us. We are doing some celebrating of the year. We are doing some education around ketones. So it's going to be fun. And it's themed, right? So what's super fun is we are doing a Disney theme this year. Hence all of my outfits behind me. So we are doing original Disney today, which we were supposed to be Dalmatians as a family, but our outfits did not come. So that doesn't work. So now I have to wear a Winnie the Pooh outfit. So I'm going to be Winnie the Pooh. And then we are royalty on Saturday, Cinderella and the Prince. And then we are, Pixar is the third day. And we are Incredibles. It is going to be fun. That is what we are doing this weekend. We are learning. We are going to be having fun. It's going to be great. I'm curious, what are you doing this weekend? It's Friday, but happy Friday. All right, we are diving into the 5-second rule. It's a pretty short chapter. It's chapter 8, and she's just basically going to give you a challenge. And so it's up to you to use it. There's different ways that you can use it. She's very straightforward with it. I would give you some ideas so that you can get started today because you're clearly already awake. But hey, where are you tuning in from? Good morning. And I really want to know, if you are using the 5-second rule, if you've used it, if it's helped you in any way, send me a message and tell me. I'd love to know what you've used it on or how it's helped you. I think it's incredible. Using the 5-second rule, I actually did it yesterday. I do it a lot, actually. There's lots of things I actually don't want to do, but I know I need to do. And so I use the rule just in lots of different areas of my life. And so I've been wanting to do some more different things on social media. And I'm going to be real honest with you. I can take a picture and I can come on live. But doing things like reels and different things like that just requires extra effort. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I got out of the shower yesterday. I didn't look how I really wanted to look, but I was like, I'm going to do one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I found one. I practiced. I did it. And I was like, I did it. I did it. If you didn't see it, it was a Mariah Carey singing one. But even in little things like that, I told myself I wanted to do something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't care how I look. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be on point. I'm going to do it. So every time I come on here and do lives, there are some times where I'm like, I don't look the greatest. I probably should shower, probably should fix my face. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Because I've committed to doing it. It is something that is a DMO of my life, a daily method of operation. And so you can use this in any area. And here's what she says, all right? I actually love this quote. There's lots of people that use it. It says, whether you think that you can or you can't, you're right, by Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are right. If you don't believe that you can do it, you will not do it. If you believe that you can do it, there's no time frame, but consistent action over time will get you to where you want to go, right? And so basically she says this. She says, change is simple. It's not easy. We use that in our business. I always say, listen, this isn't easy. There's a simple process. Yes, I'm sitting in my closet, but I need you to know something. I was talking earlier as you're tuning in. We're having a virtual event. I've got people flying and driving into our home, and it's themed. So there's people from all over the world. We are all being educated and celebrating, and we're ending the year and talking about the new year. But every day is a theme. So everybody that's coming to my home is dressing up, and then everybody that will be on the Zoom is dressing up. And so I'm doing Winnie the Pooh. We have original Disney characters. Royalties on Saturday. Pixar's on Sunday. And so that's why I actually sit here all the time. It's actually I hide in my bedroom most of the time because it's quieter of my dogs and my kids. So my whole house is this naughty pine. But this is like in my room. I don't know if you care, but I'm just letting you know. It'll be fun. So ignore my life. All right. Change is simple, not easy, right? Most things aren't, I don't like the word easy, but usually there's a simple process. Just people don't like the time frame, right? They're not willing to do the extra, the effort, the consistency, the time. Okay. She says, here's what I want you to know. The fastest way to implement the 5-second rule is to start by using it as she intended it for. It's the wake up challenge. How many of you have a hard time waking up on your first alarm? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. She says, I'm going to give you one challenge because when you can accomplish one thing, it gives you this like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. All right. So she says, you got a wake up challenge. She says, tomorrow in the morning, I want you to jumpstart. I want you to use the rule. Just set your alarm clock 30 minutes earlier than you normally would wake up. When it goes off, you have to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then get out of bed before your mind tells you I'm too tired, it's too early, it's too cold, I don't want to get up, right? Here's why. Number 1, there's no wiggle room. The challenge is straightforward. It's just you and the alarm clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you fail, it's because you made the decision to blow off the 5-second rule. Very straightforward. Number 2, if you can change your morning routine, you can change anything. Okay, this is why I talk about this book often. We did this book, I think, in May or June. I think it was June. Change your morning, change your life. If you are not getting the results that you want, if you have a not positive mindset, if you go into your day and you feel like you're always behind, or it's a negative spiral out of control, you need to own your morning. And the way that you're going to get up earlier to be able to read, to do the miracle morning, is to set your alarm clock earlier, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, morning challenge, get your butt out of bed, and then here's the book you should be reading next. It's an incredible book. Own your morning, own your day. And then number 3, she says, I want you to experiment with a concept called activation energy and feel how hard it really is to push yourself to do something to do simple things. So she talks about this activation energy. And so in a minimum amount of energy requires to begin a chemical reaction. Chemists have found that this initial amount of energy is much higher than the average amount of energy needed to keep the reaction going. What does that have to do with this whole concept? She says, the initial amount of energy to push yourself out of bed is much higher than the energy that you need to exert once you're up. When you count backwards, it's something that has to do with in your brain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of bed before you can think about it. It's going to give you a burst of energy. And when you're up, you might say at first, she's like, you might say you're tired. You might initially have to be like, oh, I don't know. When you start to count backwards in the beginning, there's a chain reaction that not only awakens the prefrontal cortex, but also gets you ready to make a physical initial huge push. There's a reason, and she's actually had science that has said this is why it works. So your challenge is, if you hit the snooze, if you're not owning your morning, if you're not reading, if you're like, I wish I had more time, I wish I was a morning person. I don't believe there's morning people. It's a choice, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your alarm clock 30 minutes early. That's the challenge. Get out of bed, and then you're going to start learning on how to own your day. Own your morning, own your day. So she just talks about the power of like, when you do that, it's going to give you this initial push. You're going to feel great the rest of your day. There's a ton of stories. This one's actually a short chapter of like how people used it. But basically she says this: stop telling yourself, I'm too tired. It's too cold. It's too hot. It's rainy. It's too late. And let's go. So all of this is setting you up for these next few chapters of the behaviors. And it's going to talk about how to become the most productive person that you know. So that's one of the titles, improving your health. We all need that. So we're going to dive into that in this next week. Let's see what the other ones are. Increasing productivity. Who doesn't want that? Pursuing passion. And then this is a really great book, Ending Anxiety. So continue to follow along. The challenge she gave you, or the book gave you, is tomorrow, set your alarm clock 30 minutes early, or an hour, or whatever time you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say it and get your butt out of bed. And then think about the things that you want to do that morning. Like, oh my goodness, I actually have time to sit down and read. I have time to have some coffee. I actually have time to have a conversation with my spouse. I actually have time to get ready. I have time to think, to map out my day, to pack my lunch, to prepare. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? What if you could have an extra amount of time and you could own your morning? You're going to dive into wherever you're going, an office, or you're a teacher, or you're a nurse, or you take care, or if you stay home, whatever it is. If you could dive into your morning with a positive mindset, with a, yes, I've got this, I can do this, you're going to make better choices, right? So, incredible good book. Continue to tune in. Again, reach out if you have any questions. Remember, I don't remember the phone number. I have a phone number, a text chat that I'm going to start on Monday, sending out text messages. I'll post it later today. Just watch my stories if you watch my stories, where you can receive inspirational quotes and things every single day, not to bombard your phone, but just to help you throughout your day as reminders. So I hope you have an incredible Friday, or if you're watching this live, whatever day, or replay, whatever day it is for you. And I am going to go get my Winnie the Pooh outfit on. If you want to have some fun laughs, watch my stories all weekend. We're going to learn a lot and have a lot of fun. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Have an incredible morning, and we'll talk to you soon.